Today we gather to honor two new inductees into the Hall of Honor. Colonel Retired Grant Izzi of the United States Air Force and Lieutenant Colonel Retired Paul Langevin, also of the United States Air Force. Our first inductee is Colonel Grant Izzi, who retired from the United States Air Force after 38 years of active duty service this year. Immediately prior to retiring, he served as the commander, 437th Maintenance Group at Joint Base Charleston, where he was responsible for the maintenance, servicing, and loading of 40 C-17 aircraft valued at $9 billion and the readiness of 1,600 military and civilian personnel. Colonel Izzi joined the Air Force in 1985 and was commissioned as an officer in June 1994. He has served in various wing-level aircraft maintenance and logistics leadership positions, ultimately earning his maintenance badge through experience on C-141, C-17, F-15C, C-5, KC-135, and C-130HJ aircraft, as well as munitions. He has received many major awards and decorations, including the Defense Superior Service Medal and the Legion of Merit with 1 oak leaf cluster. He is joined tonight by his wife, Dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Grant Izzi. Our second inductee is Lieutenant Colonel Paul Langevin of the United States Air Force. During his 20 years of service, Paul deployed multiple times in support of SFOR, OEF, OIF, OND in support of joint service and NATO combat support operations. After 6 years as a civilian flight nurse, Paul started his career in the military as a nurse working in the emergency department at Scott Air Force Base. He would go on to become a flight nurse instructor, and flight nurse evaluator, totaling over 720 hours of flight time, with 240 of those hours being in active combat zones. Throughout his distinguished career, Paul was awarded, among others, the Defense Meritorious Service Medal with 4 oak leaf clusters. Currently, Paul continues to serve our nation's veterans as the Simulation Lab Manager at the Ralph H. Johnson VA Medical Center. He conducts simulation training for residents, fellows, nurses, and technicians. Paul is also a key member of the hospital's Medical Rapid Response and Code Blue teams. He is an active member of Seacoast Church and its Men's Hike Ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Langevin.